like normally cod's finished with in about January for this area. And I can remember one day I was 15 years old, and I used to work for a bloke called Les Fuller on the beach, and he said to me, he said, what happened was we'd been plastered in weed, and we'd spent about a whole day doing just 4 nets. There was 8 nets in the fleet, but we only ever used to use one fleet. There's about 8 nets in that picture there, and old Freddie Bash, Les Fuller said to me, "Go and shoot them on the wreck, mate." And I was only about 15, and I was going out with my mates that night, and I said, "Nah, it's not worth it. We'll get the other 4 done tomorrow." He said, "Go on, mate." He said, "Might get a few whiting or something like that." He said, "Be something to sell on the locker, because in them days, if you took a tenner, it was all right, So we put the nets in the boat, and he pushed me off, and I thought, "I'll get them on the wreck for you, all right, mate." And being a silly 15-year-old, I got all the marks of the wreck all lined up, and I shot the nets exactly on top of the Indiana, hoping that I'd lose them all. And the next day, I did get hooked up on the wreck a little bit, but in 4 nets, I nearly sunk the boat with codling. And I've got the picture in there somewhere, it's got it written on it, the 31st of March 1971. He took the picture. And I'll never forget what it made. We took all the cod fillet to the Chatsworth Hotel, and we got £0.50 a pound for it, which was 12.5p, and it made 148 quid.
Wow.
So I'll never forget that. Sometimes things just stick in your mind, don't they? So when you start to get that back, that works out to there was about £1,500 of cod in them 4 nets. They were only about that big, all of them, but literally the nets have got what we call pockets in them. Do you know what I mean? They make like a bag, and literally every single. I was on my own when I went to get them in the morning, and every single pocket had 3 or 4 codling in each one. He couldn't believe it when I got ashore. The boat was, as I say, nearly sunk.